Right, I'm recording.
Brilliant. All right, Steve, thank you so much. Yeah, so we will. Yeah, I'll just talk to you and kind of pass on the questions that I hoped my students were going to be able to pose to you.
Yeah.
But you're a brilliant person to kind of come on and talk to them, because we're currently studying self-employment in the sports industry.
Sure.
And they're actually at a point now where they're coming up with their own business plans.
Okay.
Majority of them are personal trainers,
Mhm.
football coaches, a couple of them interested in physiotherapy, that sort of side of it. No one's really said anything about sports agency, but I thought it's a really good area to consider. And you can sort of tell them a bit more about how you're set up, because that's not, you have an actual job, don't you? You have a full-time job as well.
Yeah, and I do. Yeah, I've been in sales for going on 20 years now, in the bathroom sales. But the company I've set up is sort of my dream job, and I'm trying to go down that line now.
Great. So tell me about this kind of sports agency. Is it yours, or are you working with other people? Is it?
No, so it's completely my agency. During the first lockdown, I had a lot of time on my hands, as most people did,
Yeah.
and I'm a big fan of the video game Football Manager.
Yeah.
And I looked at the hours I played it, and it worked out that I'd actually spent a month playing it in actual hours. So I put some hours in, and I thought, hang on, football's my passion. I know about football. Also, I know how to sell and get on with people. Why don't I put the two together? And my thought was, what's the ideal job for that? Well, it's being a football agent. I'm not good enough to be a professional player. Because I haven't been a professional player, I can't be a manager. So this, for me, was the next best thing.
Brilliant. Excellent. I'm with you on that one. Love Football Manager.
Yeah.
Takes up a lot of my time. But it's good, because what I like about it is that it keeps my brain busy.
Yes.
And especially in lockdown, you're right. I've got an active brain that if I'm not doing something and keeping that brain busy, actually my mental health is probably going to go down.
Of course.
So yeah, it certainly keeps you positive. So I definitely agree on that. So when you set this company up, did you have to finance it yourself? Did you have to find any other external finance?
So I suppose the beauty of this kind of business is there isn't a huge initial outlay. So of course I've had to make a website, social media accounts, and register with Companies House to be a limited company, but they're sort of nominal costs. So yeah, I've probably spent, just to get the company up and running, less than £200.
Wow. So you said that you're a limited company. So is that
Yes.
better to be that rather than a sole trader?
I don't know if it's better or not, but I just think I want to expand and get bigger and possibly take staff on, things like that. So I didn't want to go down the sole trader route. I want to be the limited company route.
Yeah, excellent. Cool. So thinking about setting up the company, and the way you said as well, being the fact that you want to potentially employ staff, do you see this, or is your goal to be doing this full time?
Yes, 100%. I'm saying to myself that it's sort of a 5-year plan. If I can do this full time within 5 years, I'll be more than happy. It's already gone much better than I thought it would. I came into the business with 0 contacts, no players. We're going since July, and now we're doing deals almost on a weekly basis. I've got contacts with most clubs in England. Got contacts with probably 8 or 9 countries around the world as well. So yeah, it's going well. I hope to make it a full-time business sooner rather than later.
Yeah, brilliant. So how many clients you got at the moment?
Signed up exclusive to the agency, we've got 16.
Wow, 16.
But we have access to, because not all players want to sign up exclusive to an agent, because if you say, for example, if you sign exclusive to me, it means you can't talk to another agent who might have an opportunity for you. So we've got a lot. We maybe have 50 players who know us, and we've got authority to deal for them. But until we present them with an opportunity, they won't sign a contract.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so in the sports management industry, is there kind of any legislation and regulations you have to stick by?
Yeah, you have to, particularly in England, you have to register with the FA. There's a year, you have to pay a one-off registration fee, which is £600, including VAT. And then every year it's £250 to re-register.
Right.
And it pretty much says you'll stick by the ethics, you'll do the best you can, you won't take bribes, etc.
Yeah. So there's like a code of conduct that
Yeah, code of conduct, and says you'll give them all the information of the business you do.
Is that registration with the FA kind of your insurance as well? If anything was to ever go wrong, they kind of protect you?
Unfortunately not. No, there's no insurance as such. That's all down to you and the trust you build with the players, and hopefully you can build a relationship where you won't need that.
But obviously you must have like contracts and things like that, everything written in
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, so you sign a contract with the player, you agree on a certain percentage of their wage, you will get paid when they get a contract. FA recommended 3% of their gross wage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I've got agreements from all sorts of different amounts, depends on which player.
Have you? Okay. So the George Mendes of the world who gets 20% of a fee is not quite, it's not quite right. And actually, that the industry as well is quite under the spotlight right now, isn't it, from FIFA?
Definitely, yeah. FIFA wants to stop agents getting paid by clubs, which I don't necessarily agree with, because if a club has a need and they need some recruitment, then why shouldn't they pay someone to do it? Otherwise, all they do is employ someone in-house. So why not employ someone who specialises in that role, who also has players they can bring?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a moral or ethical problem, but they seem to be obsessed by doing it.
Okay, because I can understand the George Mendes thing with his links to Wolves, but you're absolutely right. When a company, any company in any industry, wants to employ or put a job advert out, they will get a recruitment team in to go and do that, an external recruitment team to do it.
Yeah.
So there's no difference.
No, I think it's just maybe five to 10 agents make millions of pounds, and it gets in the headlines. So it's a fashionable thing to have a go at.
Yeah. So when you were starting your business, you obviously came up with a business model, strategy, business plan. So did you think about things like cash flow, your projected sales, things like that? Did you put together?
So as I said at the beginning, there's no real massive outgoing at the beginning, and also we're having another job. This is sort of on the side, so I didn't need to really, concern myself with cash flow. It was literally about building relationships and going from there.
Yeah, good. So have you given yourself a target in mind for the sort of year of how many clients or how many deals you do?
To be honest, at the beginning, I didn't at all. I was literally just see how I go and how I get on. And it's surpassed all my expectations so far. So yeah, we're on course to turn over probably by the time my registration comes around next July. I'll be surprised if we're turning under 25 grand.
Wow, excellent, amazing. Cool. Let me see what else some of the students might have asked. Do you have any kind of marketing? Obviously, you talked about your website.
Yes.
But have you done any other sort of marketing? You've got good social media pages already.
Yeah, so I haven't paid to do any marketing externally, really. So it's literally just social media and the website. I might do in the future. I don't know what the benefit will be, but it's something I'll probably explore. But at the moment, just website and social media.
Cool. So one of your clients that we talked about in class was the striker for Margate.
Yes, Norman. Yes.
Yeah, and what a debut, scoring 2 goals.
Yeah, not bad.
That sort of put your name out there as well, and your because obviously you were in the picture. There was your agency, and then suddenly this guy's getting 2 goals. That must sort of be that's your marketing.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. That's the most powerful marketing we have. It's a bit like Stuart Nelson, the goalkeeper who's just gone to Crawley Town, is one of ours as well, and he's really good. He will tag us into all his social media posts, and of course he's a very experienced goalkeeper with over 500 league appearances, so he's quite a following on social media, and that can only help me.
Yeah, brilliant, excellent. How did you get him? How did you get someone like that?
Well, I'm a Gillingham fan. He's a Gillingham legend.
Oh.
So for him, I just saw he gave an interview to a local paper in Gloucestershire, and I just looked him up on LinkedIn literally and sent him a message.
Wow.
And he said, "Oh look, I've had terrible agents in the past. I don't really trust agents, but if you want to work together, I'll give you a chance. I'm not going to sign any paperwork, but I'll give you a chance to see what you can do." And I quickly proved to him that I was a reliable character, and he got opportunities. They didn't necessarily work out at first, but he was getting in front of people. He's like, well, I've never, you know, an agent's never done that for me before. So now I sort of believe in you. And of course, now he's got the contract at Crawley.
Oh, fantastic. Brilliant. Awesome. So, yeah, what else can we ask you about? I think the only final thing really I want my students to take from your experience is like having that kind of courage to jump in and decide. Now, you know, lockdown kind of pushed you forward to that point. Were you? Is that because you went on to furlough scheme, so you had that time?
Yeah. What I
Now,
would say is, I'm 37 now, and even at the time, I thought, is it too late for me? Have I left it too long? Do I need too much time to build this business to make it worthwhile? And a few times I thought, I just won't bother. You know, I'm quite comfortable. I'll get back to my job eventually and won't do it. But there's just something I'm passionate about. You know, it's my hobby and my passion. And I thought, what have I got to lose?
Yeah.
You know, it's never too late to try something that you dream of, really.
Good. Do you think if you hadn't had the lockdown that you would have done it, or do you think you would have done it eventually?
To be honest, I don't think I would. I think I'm very successful in the role I have, and it's very comfortable and it's reasonably enjoyable. So I probably would have just gone along with it.
Yeah.
So it's one of the positives. So I'm not a fan of lockdown, don't get me wrong, but it's one of the positives.
Yeah, they came out of it. Good. It's really interesting to hear, and I didn't actually realise it was your sports agency, so I'm even more impressed about the kind of branding that you've got. I thought you were maybe a self-employed person who's part of this agency. So, you know, because that's how good your branding and marketing is so far, that I thought you were just, you know, one cog of a bigger picture. So it's great.
No, so far the branding's all me, but I'm trying to get people on board to help. So
yeah, no, it's superb. Honestly, it's great. I'm really impressed, Steve. Really impressed. Brilliant. I think that's everything. Is there anything else you might tell us about it, or we've probably covered it?
Honestly, I think that's it. But no, I appreciate your time today and the opportunity to come and talk to you guys.
No, the students are going to love it, and you know, unfortunately, technical issues, and you can actually get in front of them, but they'll get a lot out of just our conversation now, and you know, maybe they'll sort of have ideas for something like this. A lot of them are FIFA players and football manager players, so I'm sure they'll be liking the idea of what you do, because it's all that, but in reality.
Perfect. And also, so if any of your students got any questions they want to ask, feel free to put them in touch with me via you or whatever you want, really.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, maybe I'll give your email address out and they can ping you an email.
Perfect. I'll send you over via Facebook Messenger.
Thanks.
You've already got it. You've already sent it.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers, Steve. I really appreciate that.
Thanks, Sam. Take care, mate.
Cheers, mate. Take care. Bye.